What's poppin' battles? As you can see, this is my first YouTube video, so I'm gonna be doing a story time. I'm just gonna jump right into it. So I'm about to take it 2 years back. I'm turning 18. You know, I had this little birthday dinner, and then I get this hotel. It's my friend Kay, her boyfriend, my big sister, my friend T, and my friend Kay's boyfriend, his sister comes and she brings some people, so it's like a cool little crowd. We come back and we tee up a little bit, but at that time I wasn't into that type of teeing up, so I didn't really tee up for real. But everybody else did, but not too much happened that night. So on to the next day, you know, I invited my cousin, which I did invite her to the dinner as well, but she only came for like 2 seconds, so I was just like, whatever, swept that under the rug. And she comes and she has like clothes and stuff. She gets dressed, and while she's in the shower, I let her know that we about to bounce out for a second, like my friend Kay and my friend T and I, that we just gonna bounce out real quick and we'll be back. So all three of us go in like the woods kind of, and we are in the car, and we tee up a little bit. And it was really literally a little bit, because as I'm doing it, I'm like, you know what, let's just wait until she get done, because you know what, I don't even want her to be tripping, and I don't feel like just hearing nothing. Like, I just want it to be a good birthday weekend. I just want to have fun, no problems. And mind you, Kay and T are like, girl, what? She would not be tripping about this. Like, what? This is your stuff. Like, what? So I'm like, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, I know her. Like, she be bugging, bro. Like, she loved to catch attitude. She loved to start problems. So we get back, and so we didn't really do anything, mind you, like, pretty much everything's still there. We get back, she's done, and I'm just like, okay, well, come on, let's we about to go in T's car, and we just gonna do this one first, because we already like lit it a little bit. And she just gets hecka mad, because I had like pretty much like gave it to her when I was showing her. She gets mad, she throws the mug. I'm glad she didn't break it, because we would have had a problem. But she was just like, I don't want this, da 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 da. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm laughing because I'm like, okay. And so she was just saying she don't want this, and she would never do me like that. She made a lot of sacrifices for me, because she had her niece's birthday and she chose me over her. She had a little hotel thing and she chose to be here with me and all that stuff. I'm just laughing, like, I'm just smiling, like, okay. Anyway, because I don't care about none of that stuff you talking about. First off, it's my birthday. Second off, this isn't even yours for you to even be going off on. Like, if I wanted to do that whole entire thing, I could have, because I bought it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was out of my personal money. Like, I went in on this by myself. Nobody else put in on this. So anybody that I'm allowing to let it, it's like, I'm allowing you. And then it's on top of that, you really can't talk to me crazy when you brought a friend with you. I really could have been boosting and been like, so old girl ain't getting in on this because I invited you, not your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't just be turning up off of her stuff, like, no, we not doing that. Like, maybe we turned up once before, like one time that maybe they supplied it, but every other time it's always me. So no, I'm not doing that, especially not on my birthday, So she just gets mad, and then they finally leave, her and her friend. And my friends are just like, girl, what? Like, what was that? And I'm just like, I wasn't even tripping. It was just funny to me how she really tried to make it seem like she was a good person and act like she was the bad guy. I mean, that I'm the bad guy in front of everybody, like making it seem like I really just did her for the dirt or something, because she over here lying, saying she sacrificed stuff. But little niece's birthday was last week, and she don't even know that I know that, because I was recently with her on the previous week. I spent the night, and then my auntie was like, you want to stay the weekend this time, because little niece's birthday is this weekend, and she's having a little hotel party, and y'all could just hang out with the kids and stuff, because that's what your cousin gonna be doing. And I'm like, no, I'm cool. I had work and I had some other stuff to do, so I just didn't. So fast forward back to her saying that, it was just funny to me because it's just like, you really trying to act like you care and like you really would go out of your way just to see me, when you know good and well you wouldn't do anything for me. Like, you wouldn't. I'm the one that's loyal to you. I would do stuff for you, but you wouldn't even like, she wouldn't do the smallest thing for me. Like, that's the thing. That's why I was just like, okay, little girl. So that part ain't even really the chaos of the story. So we get to the next day, you know, it's Sunday, and my childhood friend, we gonna call her C, she picks us up. Kay asked if C could drop her and her boyfriend off at his house. So she like, all right, cool, you know. So she drops them off, and it's just C and I, and it's like 12 at this time. Mind you, our church don't start until 2. So, you know, like, we just hanging out, and then we go to church. We come back, and later that night, you know, I'm sorry this was ungodly, but, you know, I'm 18. I'm trying to turn up on, you know. Later that night, you know, we tease up because, you know, I had plenty, because, mind you, we didn't even really do it while we was at the hotel. And I had bought, like, a whole extra thing for her when we linked up anyway. So we have some options, you feel me, like a long supply. It was gonna take us a minute, you know. So anyway, you know, at the time, her and her boyfriend are staying together, and you know, so of course, like, he can tee up with us because, like, that's your boyfriend, he been here for a cool minute, so he's like family, you know. So we tee up that night. Next day we wake up, you know, we gonna tee up a little bit. And mind you, since it was my birthday, I had birthday money, but I had it like in this part of my purse that was like under the fabric. Nobody would have just known where it was unless they was really searching, digging for stuff, and really took out all my stuff. So it's a few days later, like, we're fast forwarding to a few days later. I'm not at her house no more, and I noticed that I can't find none of my birthday money. I'm like, what? You know, like, I did spend some of it, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm like, I knew how much I had left, and I'm just like, what's going on? You know, so I hit her up like on some nice cool stuff, like, hey, I don't know if like he did something, because of course I'm not going to accuse her, because I wouldn't think that you would do that to me, because, you know, we grew up together, you know. And so I just say something like, I don't know if he was doing this or that, but, you know, like, I noticed that it is gone, and I definitely had it after I left the hotel, and your house was the last place that I've been since then, so I haven't even seen it. And so she just goes off and stuff. And one thing about me, if I have a friend, like, no matter what, we're not going to call each other the B word, just because I'm not going to degrade myself like that. And I'm not going to call you that just because that's not cute to me. Like, you can't be mad if a dude call you the B word when you and your friends call each other that. Like, I know y'all girls like to play like it's different because my bitch is my bitch. But no, like, no, it's not cute. So if a dude call you that, or another female call you that when y'all funking or anything, y'all can't have a problem with that, because you already call yourself that in the first place. So don't try to act like it's just a whole big difference, or you're so offended because you look at yourself as that. What? You call yourself that. So that's all it is. So I just don't do it, because I don't want anybody calling me that for any reason. Like, if you do, we have a problem. And if I call you that, like, I clearly, like, don't care, like, I have a problem, you know, like, you done already made me mad, you know, like, and it's not just that, like, first, like, oh, I'm just mad, like, no, you took me to a different type of mad, because I won't just let that slip out. So, you know, she says that, I see that in the text, right then and there, I'm like, oh, okay, you tripping, my nigga, like, hold up, hold up, I know, I'm looking at this phone like, did she... That say B-I-T? Okay, that spells it. That's how you spell it. So I'm thinking like, huh? You know, I mind blown, nigga. I'm telling you, a nigga is mind blown. Like, pop. I don't even know what's going on. I'm like, did this little girl just who she finna try? She got the right one. So, you know, after me being a good friend, holding everything that she's ever done wrong, and anything that, like, I knew was just wrong, just didn't, you know, I'm just with her. I'm not gonna lie, like, my loyalty ran around this world for an infinite amount of times for her. Like, I never you know, like it don't matter if I knew she did something wrong or if I knew the person wasn't lying about, like, if somebody would have told me that she was talking about me, which no, this didn't actually happen. If somebody would have told me she was talking about me and I knew she was, I still would have took her, just because that was my road. I really just was ride or die for her. Like, I loved her. That was like my sister, you know, and that was just like my real friend. Like, that was like the only friend I really had that I knew like was really there, that really actually would hang out with me and stuff, you know. So I just felt like, wow, she loves me. She actually would hang out with me. You know, it was just that type of thing. Because I never, like, really just was easy to have friends, you know. So, it didn't matter what happened. I was always there for her. So to see her, and she knew about the B-word thing, you know, like, we never called each other that. So, it was just like, when I saw that, it was just like a whole different type. It wasn't even anger. It was just like, what? Like, you taking this too far? Like, you just willing to throw everything away for that? Like, you actually trying to, like, argue and stuff, like, and it's not that serious. I was just asking a simple question. And then, mind you, I love you so much, I didn't even say that it was you, when honestly, if he took it, that means you were a part of it. You knew that he took it, because you wouldn't have known where he got that money from. Like, I mean, you knew where he got that money from, because it's not like you had it, and it's not like he was working, you know, like, and I don't mean like working at the time. I just mean it's not like he worked that weekend and got money. Like, where would he just randomly have gotten that money from? So you already know what's up, you know. So she says that I'll call, and of course she at work, so she don't answer. So I'm just like, oh, who's the B? Da da da. You know, just talking mad. I gotta spit some truth to her, just saying like, you know, I'm too loyal for this. Like, that's not cool. I've always been a good friend. You've always treated me like trash, you know. Which, you know, I'm just spitting true facts. Like, honestly, at this point, like, I don't really care. I'm not even talking bad, like, even like capping or nothing. Like, I'm not saying no extra stuff to just hurt her. Like, I'm really saying some real stuff, like real deal stuff. Like, everything that I said was truth. It may have hurt, but everything I said was truth. And I think that's what genuinely made her mad, because nothing I said was just to get to her. All of it was honest. All of it was true events. All of it, she knew, like, it was legit, you know. Like, I didn't even have to fabricate anything just to make her feel like nothing. I didn't have to say nothing to make her, like, to talk bad or nothing, because it was just like, you really, like, you've never been a good friend, and you know that. Like, for a moment in time, for us to have grown up together, like, I know that you were using me for a cool minute. Like, a lot of times you've used me. Like, certain reasons why you don't even let me, you only really want me to come over because you know you're gonna get teed up. Like, really, that's like I started at that moment in time, like at that age, as we started getting older and stuff, and we had cars and we could drive. I knew most of the time she, like, of course she would let me over because, like, we loved each other and we were friends, but it was just like, she was only really excited because she knew she would get teed up, like, you know, and no question about it, she would not have to pay for nothing. I would make sure she was good, you know. So, you know, that happens and stuff, and I pretty much just let her know how it is in all different areas. And, you know, ever since then, like, our friendship hasn't really been the same. We never talk, you know, and I don't even really care at that point. Like, I don't even, like, sometimes I think about her like, damn, we did used to kick it sometimes, but I don't miss her in the fact, like, oh, my friend, because it was just like, it's not even worth it. Like, it really don't matter. So, my thing is, you know, like, people get me because they always want to talk bad and go off on the person that's really there for them, but the people that really be treating them like trash and do them dirty, they be perfectly fine. Let them walk all over them, but then it's the one that's really genuine and wants the best for them that they just want to go crazy on. So, you know, people, at that time in my life, you know, I didn't care too much for myself, so I was really just trying to have friends, you feel me? Like, just do whatever. So, when you get to that point, like, you really need to know your value, you know, and when you do, it's really gonna do something for you. Like, it's really gonna make you happy, because I could care less that I don't have, like, a friend right now. Like, I don't kick it with anybody. So, you know, like, not for real, you know, like, it's nothing. Like, I kick it with my sister and all that stuff, and I'm just content with being by myself and stuff, because my thing is, like, you really don't want to tire yourself out with letting people just do you any type of way and use you. You know what I mean? Like, you don't never need a friend that bad, and I'm glad that I noticed that, like, because I'll talk bad to somebody real quick if I really have to. Like, I've calmed down on it because I used to really like to talk bad to people, but now it's just like, if I have to, I will, you know. So it's just like, I am not with it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad, like, that relationship is dead or whatever. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wouldn't mind like if we did link back up and got cool again, because now that we older. But at this point, I just feel like it wouldn't even be authentic anymore, because it would more so be like she would be talking to me because she's bored or something. Just like sometimes when we do talk, like she be saying let's hang out and stuff, like we gotta hang out soon, and it just be like bored words because she know we ain't gonna hang out. But yeah, like, that was just a little story time for y'all. Make sure that y'all ain't just like, know when you're being used and know when you're actually have a genuine friendship, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a big difference. But sometimes you can love somebody so much that you will be blinded, or really in this case I wasn't even blind, I just didn't care because I really just wanted a friend, and I really just was like, wow, like she hangs out with me. So hanging out is not always friendship, bro. Like, just because they take you places and y'all go places together does not mean that they necessarily look at you as a friend. It's just they know that if you're always around them, anytime you're around them, they'll get something out of it. And in that relationship, it was definitely that. There was always a benefit for her if we hung out. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure y'all know what y'all really are getting into, and if you want to be in that situation, hey, okay, but 9 times out of 10, it's really gonna stress you out. It's just gonna, it's not gonna feel good. But when you actually get out the situation, you grow up and you grow to like really love yourself, you really gonna be glad and look back like, wow, I really matured. I would never do something like that again. You know what I'm saying? So y'all just really need to stay woke, you feel me? And yeah, I know I seen that nag, that was nasty, but I'm not finna re-record this, because I've been recording this for like 30 years. People keep calling in the middle of my video and stuff. So no, we're gonna post this. I'm not playing with y'all today, okay? Now I'm out.